It's early Sunday morning. I'm sitting out in front of Tract H. I just rode my bicycle out there. This is my pride and joy, my Chinese bicycle. Paid about $150 off eBay for it. And I plan on using a lot this year, but let me zoom in. This is Tract H. Okay? And I'm going to give you my philosophy about the HOA. We're all being charged the same amount of dues. I don't know what took place as far as the deal between the sales office, the Veskernas and the Marinos 12 years ago, but it appears to me that the plat map that I went down and I got all the plat maps for the front nine. Craig Hustis has seen them. I took them into his office the first time I met him. I took pictures and plat maps into the office and more or less proved to him on paper that, you know, I showed him this picture. I said, there's Tract H. And there it is on the plat map as an access easement. And then I showed him pictures of Tract A in Parcel 12, and it looked nothing like this. It still looks nothing like this. And it's my opinion that old deals in Buckeye, if we make a deal in Buckeye, a handshake deal under the table in Buckeye, that deal is Trump. No matter. You're not going to out-Trump what we built here 12 years ago. We made a deal with the sales office. Everybody was in on it. We didn't think we were ever going to get caught. So that's Trump. And I don't care where you go and what plat map you bring in. Plat maps have no jurisdiction over Buckeye deals. This was a deal put together in Buckeye by the inspectors, the surveyors, everybody were in on this, and they let it go. And when you tell me there's no access easements on the golf course, and I'm looking at this right now, and it's an access easement, okay? And so I'm just sitting here waiting. Maybe a golf cart will go along, but what's taking place in Parcel 12 was a crime. You've got 63 houses, residents in Parcel 12, who pay dues, just like all the houses down this strip. Everybody on this strip pays dues. They pay the same dues that I pay. On paper, this is what I bought over where I live, and I can't have it. Why? Because 12 years ago, 13 years ago, the sales office and the builder got together and said, we can save a lot of money if we don't have to build a bridge down there and we don't have to honor the map as far as the drainage profile for that tract. We're going to take the T-box, and nobody's going to say anything about it, and we're going to defeat the drain. We're going to fill it in. And we're going to move the ultimate outfall elevation. Go to any drainage manual and look up ultimate outfall elevation. Ultimate outfall elevation is when the water bakes up in this drain. We have a drain here and you have a 24-inch pipe going from this drain out to a head wall on the golf course. The reason this path has to be here, the main reason it has to be here, it's a backup for the drain. If this drain, this whole drain right here, and we have one on this side of the street, there's a manhole, so we have one on each side of the street that collects water that runs down the street and it directs it onto the golf course. But this road, what looks like a road and what's used as a cart path and an access easement, is really, in reality, a backup for the pipe that runs out to the golf course. If that pipe fails for any reason or gets overwhelmed for any reason, and if you look on the utilities map, that pipe is labeled as a 10-year rated drain. That's a 10-year rated drain. Anything over a 10-year storm, that pipe starts to become overwhelmed or at capacity. That's what's on the chart. And I just want to get across to the HOA. You know, I don't like for 12 years that I didn't have this. One of the reasons I never bought a golf cart for 12 years is why? Why? You've got the loft stalls over in that corner serving Kool-Aid to everybody in that corner, telling them that that's not an access easement. Watch us. This is how we get on the golf course. We drive that 450 yards extra each way because we want to keep this private. So just follow us. We're setting the example over here. So this is how you get on the golf course. We don't complain, so you shouldn't complain. That's not an access easement. Well, I'm not drinking their Kool-Aid. I never did. They never offered any to me. They've never talked to me. Neil Lofdahl has said two things to me in my whole 12 years I've been here. And they weren't nice. They were very negative. So I know how I'm, and to have Dan Veskerna tell a policeman that I beat up a 90-year-old man, and I spent 4 hours peeking in his windows, and that I killed a bird with my golf cart when I don't even own a golf cart. It wasn't me that did it, but he told the policeman it was me. No wonder I'm unpopular in my neighborhood. No wonder when I go into the clubhouse, and you have to understand, the Lofdahls, the Veskernas, Marion and her husband Gary, they're all saying the same story. Now, if one said I beat up a 90-year-old man, they're all going to tell people I beat up a 90-year-old man. If one said I was peeking in their windows for 4 hours a day, they're all going to say to everybody in the community, I don't deal with this community. I don't go to the clubhouse. It makes me sick to go in there. I get nauseous. The hypocrisy in there is it's a stench, a funk, okay? The way you gang up on people, misinformation, and assassinate characters.